Hey cuties, PeachY here. Welcome back to a new video. And in this video, we are going to go over the new Monster High animated series leak that came out yesterday and a bunch more stuff. So let's get into it. It all started with @xlaomi_dolls on Instagram posting this very close-up picture of what seems to be some kind of banner depicting a new version of Frankenstein and Claudine. Now this is actually a really super close-up shot of a bigger picture from @couturier_dolls on Instagram as well. As we can see here, it's actually part of a bigger banner and there's a bigger story to be told. Picture here from @3dvf com on Instagram. Sorry, these usernames are never easy to pronounce. We can actually see a big full-on shot of this festival animation that's taking place in Annecy in France. Now this is the theater here, and that's where we can see the big banner above it, the entrance, the people. It looks like a big little center that is where they're gonna premiere a lot of new animation series, movies, shorts. It's almost like it's like a movie festival, similar to one that we have here in Switzerland, but this is for movies. And there in France, in Annecy, it's actually for animation projects specifically. That's why Nickelodeon, you can see, has the big banner up front. That's because obviously Nickelodeon has a lot of new projects that they're gonna announce, one of which is obviously the new Monster High animated series, but that's not for sure because, well, we have more to uncover. There's actually a website that's part of this festival, and when you go on there, we can actually see this full-on picture that depicts the Nickelodeon heart Annecy picture we saw on the banner, and we can actually also see Frankenstein here in a better quality format, not just like a blurry picture. So it's really awesome seeing her. And then also part of another picture, we can see Claudine and Frankie as well together, like on the banner, the same format. So that is really awesome. Now it's obviously all in French on the website, so I couldn't read it, but basically thanks to Mordecai Wolfgang here, they wrote, Annecy is a city in France that has, since 1960 has been the world capital for animation films. Every year in June, several countries meet at the festival to elect the best animation film of the year, and it's the best occasion to see world premieres. It starts from the 13th to the 18th of June. Now it is rumored that they will announce the this animated show at the festival because, I mean, the art is leaked on the banner. They must have made that conscious choice knowing that everyone was going to see the early depiction of Frankie and Claudine on that banner at the festival. So people have been thinking perhaps it's because they're going to announce this animated show, since Nickelodeon is going to announce and unveil a lot of new projects, series, movies, and more. So it would make sense for them to also unveil this new animated show that has been teased for a while now. But if we actually take a look at the schedule, we can see there is no slot here for any kind of indication for Monster High. So are they not gonna unveil it? Are they not gonna talk about it at all? I actually think that they did that on purpose. They purposely left out the Monster High segment to surprise everyone, because listen, there's no way Nickelodeon just accidentally put these two characters on the front and center Nickelodeon banner at a animation film festival. That makes no sense. Stuff like this has to get checked by dozens of people, get the green light by people before it actually can get put up like real life. So I am convinced there is going to be a surprise announcement for this new animated show, because why else would they leak the artwork front and center on this festival? It makes no sense. So I am convinced, I am confident that they will have a little tease, a little reveal that no one will see coming about this new Monster High animated show. It would make too much sense, and honestly I feel like this is the way to go. A little surprise never hurt anyone. And even though it's not confirmed that they will show anything, I do think it makes sense from a marketing standpoint, from anything standpoint. I mean, again, the banner literally showing everyone what the show is going to look like. So Nickelodeon, if it was a mistake, Nickelodeon by now has already picked up on this mistake they made, and they will make adjustments to at least announced that they will have the show ready soon. So that's what I think. People were wondering that the animation images look kind of similar to the ones, to the outfits of what we're gonna see in a live action movie. I don't know if after the movie is released and then they release the animated show, if the show is supposed to be a continuation of the storyline in the movie and therefore also gonna continue depicting the characters in their main outfits that we see all throughout the live action movie. I don't know if that's the case, if that's what we're gonna see, the same exact outfits that we see in a live action movie on these animated characters. I don't think so, because we see a lot of changes here. Obviously, like Frankenstein having a literal mechanic kind of looking prosthetic leg now. That was definitely not something we saw in the live action pictures, or maybe they will actually put that in VFX later. I'm not sure actually if Frankenstein is supposed to have a mechanical leg, prosthetic leg in a live action movie. Maybe that's actually gonna happen, but because we haven't seen the movie obviously. But for now, I mean, we've never seen it, and we've only seen it here with the animated picture for Frankie. We can kind of see a little bolt on her knee. So that is awesome, by the way, that they made that choice for Frankenstein. So I do think the outfits look different from the live action movie, because they will differ obviously for many reasons, but I do think that overall the story will continue on in the animated show, because we do see Claudine has the same glasses on like on her live action counterpart. So I do think it is the same story, it is continuing on where they leave it off with the movie. And that's really cool, because, hopefully that means we'll have a really good plot to follow and good characters, and the style will not vary too much from movie to animated show, which makes sense because the animated show is gonna, take place for longer periods of time, because it's gonna, hopefully it'll last longer than a movie since the movie's only like an hour, like 60 minutes. So now, what do I think of these new depictions? I think they're cute. I think let's give it a chance, because a lot of people really want the original ghouls to come back with their gothic vibe, spooky aesthetics, like really not kids friendly at all. And that's great, and we're always gonna be a fan of the original ghouls and their aesthetic and their art style. But it's a new era, and obviously Mattel wants to cater more towards a younger audience, and not necessarily to the older fans who grew up with Monster High and that original kind of spooky aesthetic. They're trying to rebrand themselves, which is important to note here. It's not the same generation, it's a new generation for a new generation of kids and tweens and teens and just people who like dolls to discover Monster High with these dolls and this show and this movie. It's not supposed to appease all the old Monster High fans necessarily. I feel like Mattel really is just trying to get Monster High out there so kids can kind of, grow up with Monster High like the older generation did, who are now like 20, 30 years old, so it's like, it's literally for a different generation. So it doesn't, if you're not happy with it, then that's completely understandable why, and that sucks, I'm sorry. But I'm okay with it. I feel like I'm gonna give it a chance. I have no reason to hate it right now. So also, like, Frankie having a prosthetic leg, like, that is really giving brownie points, because I was not expecting that. And I'm not going to talk about the outfits yet, because we really don't have a good look at the outfits. It's not fair to judge the outfits when they look so incomplete. So yeah, I think overall the look is cute, and importantly, it's not too cute. I feel like maybe it looks too bright here and colorful because it is next to all the other Nickelodeon characters, and the banner is very bright, so you see it obviously front and center at the festival. I don't think it'll look this bright in the actual show. I have hope, okay? I have hope, and I really hope that you have at least a sliver of hope left, because I feel like they deserve at least to show what they got before we completely dismiss them as another flop because we haven't seen anything yet. These are just very early leaks. Okay, moving on. We also have a new trademark called a Monsterific musical. Obviously, it's a live action musical movie that's gonna come out in October. So maybe this is what it's gonna be called, the movie. I don't know. I mean, they only labeled it as Monster High the movie in the first teaser we got. So maybe they change the title to this. Maybe this is the line of the dolls that's gonna be of the movie. I don't know. Monster High is doing a lot of trademarks these days for, you know, potential doll lines, part of this new generation of Monster High. So this could be anything, or it could be the new title of the movie. I don't know. We also have what seems to be our first look of the world's smallest Monster High dolls. Because, you know, there's a whole line of toys where it's like world's smallest Barbies, My Little Ponies, board games, and they actually work. So this might be legit or it might be fake. Take it with a grain of salt, but we do have it confirmed that they will in fact be released sooner or later. So we know that they're coming, but if this is real or not, I don't know. So let's just see what happens. But I mean, overall, it's just exciting because world's smallest Monster High dolls. Can you even imagine them already? And that's gonna be so awesome. Also confirmed that Monster High will be at San Diego Comic-Con this year, so that is awesome. And huge thank you to Mordecai Wolfgang. Mort, thank you so much for keeping us all up to date with your latest Monster High news. These past 3 pictures are all from their story, and then all of the animated show pictures, information are also from their posts or stories. So yeah, just huge props to you, Mort. They always keep us up to date with Monster High news. I had no clue what was going on, and I quickly understood what was going on thanks to their, you know, information and everything. So thank you, Mort. At Monster High Official on Instagram posted this picture of Frankenstein, the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Frankenstein doll. She was like the first one ever to come out there, and she's in full black and white. And now what's interesting here is that she's obviously in black and white, and we know they're going to come out with more black and white dolls, and the caption teases that heavily, saying recharging your feed with a flashback to our first black and white Frankie doll who debuted at SDCC 2010, stitched to slay and making sparks fly. Keep your eyes peeled for more Grayscale dolls. So is this Mattel's kind of way to retaliate against Shadow High? I don't think so. Is it a coincidence? Yes. So I mean, because we already knew they were gonna make Grayscale dolls, but it's really crazy to see them actually reference it, actually like talk about it head on in a caption, like in an Instagram post. So this is happening, y'all. They're coming out really soon. And remember, we also had a leak a while back from this Laguna Blue doll, and she's really blurry, but she looks like she's Grayscale. So could this be one of these new Grayscale dolls? Who knows? Also, thanks to @dollgirly for these 2 last pictures, for the close-up of the caption, and for this reshare of the Laguna Blue post on their story. Because I mean, yeah, this could be one of the black and white dolls. It looks like she is black and white. Now, lastly, we finally have a full-on, just a little reminder of what's to come this year. Monster High Fall 2022, an updated lineup. So we have Boo Original Crew Productions Wave 2, Walmart exclusives, and rumored characters are Gulia Yelps, Holt Hyde, Cleo the Nile, and Deuce Gorgon. So I guess maybe they will be sold in a 2-pack. I don't know. Then obviously we have the black and white dolls that are going to be Target exclusive, apparently. I don't know if that's good. Again, these store exclusive dolls, I don't think people are really a fan of that. So I don't know why they keep doing that. But we have 4 confirmed characters and probably more. I mean, I feel like all the original ghouls will definitely have one. So like Frankie, Dracula, Claudine, Laguna, Cleo. I feel like those 5 for sure. Gulia, I'm not sure. And then we have the basic dolls, for the basic playline dolls for the new Monster High generation. So basically they're going to look like either the live action movie or like the animated show. Either one, it's just going to be part of the new generation. So we have all the essential characters: Claudine, Dracula, Frankie, Cleo, Laguna, and Gulia. But she's a Target exclusive once again. I don't know why they do that. And then Deuce Gorgon is an Amazon exclusive. what is happening? Why? What? I thought these were supposed to be in-store available kind of thing. So making them Amazon Target exclusive, I don't know how I feel about that. But we also have the Haute Couture second wave of Cleo and Laguna. They were teased obviously way back at the start of the year. Can you believe it's been that long already? Can you believe they've already come out, all of them, and now we're just waiting for Cleo and Laguna? Like, I feel like that was just yesterday that we got our first tease of the Haute Couture line, and I still don't have them. We have the budget lineup, unknown characters, but there's going to be at least 3 new characters, possibly Monster High versions or fashionistas. Yeah, that makes sense. Then we have a Frankenstein and Deuce Gorgon 2-pack, like we saw earlier in earlier videos. We have the Creepateria playset, right? We seem to have a look at what's going to be the next character doll. It could be Elvira, Mistress of Darkness. That sounds awesome. And lastly, we seem to have a bunch more doll lines confirmed because, you know, obviously we've seen a lot of trademarks recently for Monster High. So all those doll lines will also come out, and recurring characters like Twyla as well, but they will be included in the next year's spring lineup because obviously they're not coming out yet. But yeah, that was the video. I hope y'all enjoyed. Be sure to give me a big thumbs up if you did. Be sure to leave me any thoughts or questions you may have down below. Let me know what you thought of these first looks at the animated show. Do you like them? Do you hate them? Let me know where you stand down below. And as always, don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell if you haven't already so you don't miss out when I post more Monster High doll news, movie news, animated show news just like this. Just a bunch more content coming your way daily and keeping you updated with all the doll tea you love. Stay safe, be kind. I hope this next time, stay peachy. Kisses.